We ready? All right, look. This Joe Taylor in the house, directed with TLC. Listen, everybody on this panel have tickets to Atlanta. Why? We're not going to go see the Falcons. We're not going to go see the Braves. But we're going to a TLC regional event, baby. Why? Because TLC, everybody can use a little bit in their life. I can tell you my story. Just a little over a year ago, back in July, I went to my first regional national event down in TLC. Me and my wife went. And off the stories that we heard, here I am sitting in a room with thousands of people. And I heard this young lady get up and tell her story, who at the time she wasn't even ranked an ambassador, but she was telling how she was going through brokenness and financial issues. It was messing up her marriage, and she couldn't even afford to take her kids to the movies. Can you imagine how that feels? Can't even afford to take your children to the movies. But what she did was she stayed with TLC. And what TLC did was it provided her an avenue that not only she told her kids, we're not going to just go to the movies, but we're going to Disney World to see Frozen. And that just helped to restore her life, and not only restore her life, but help restore my belief in the company. If the company can provide that for her, it can provide it for me as well. Being a part of events, what it does is, it's not so much as the essence of the company, but it's the relationships you build with the people. So you gotta find a way to get there. You have to find a way to get there, because so many people have the same type of story that you have. People come from broken homes. People come from financial issues. People come from health issues. And they hear those stories that are affecting so many people and helping to change their lives. And being around so many people that had the same mindset that you have, you see people with enough drama in their life, with enough issues in their life. But when you get around thousands of people that all want to march to the same beat, all want to march to the same drummer, all want to march in the direction of forward, and that's a force that can be reckoned with. And what that did for me and my family, it helped raise my belief 100 times. Despite the hurdles, despite the mountains, despite the no's, despite the rejections, because of the relationships that I'm building and seeing the products work in my life and being around such amazing people, it has helped to raise our level of belief and helps drive us to keep going. So you gotta find a way down to Atlanta. I promise you, it will raise your level of belief, not just about the company, but for yourself. It will help you to believe in your dreams, help you to understand that if they can do it, why can't I do it? They ain't no smarter than me, so I can do it as well. So you gotta get your tickets, get down to Atlanta, because we're gonna be rocking. It's gonna be TLC all day, baby. And you know me, what Joe Taylor always say, everybody can use a little TLC in their life. Get to Atlanta, baby, July the 22nd to 23rd. Now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Angela Chavez. She has an awesome story to tell you about coming on down to TLC.
All right. Listen, this is Angel Chavez from Charleston, South Carolina. When I first joined TLC last year, I've been in the business a little over a year now. I didn't know what to expect, and I went to my first event down in Atlanta, and I tell you what, it was a life-changing experience to finally meet the people who I've been following, the people that I consider my mentors, the people that inspire me. I started my weight loss journey, and I was able to reveal a few of my results, but just to see other people there who had results that were more tremendous than mine, that was to me, it was breathtaking enough to finally meet the people who I've been following on Facebook and to finally see them in real life and to see that they have literally lost 30, 50, 60, 80, 90 pounds in some cases. And that was life-changing for me. I love the training portion of it because that's huge, coming from those in the leadership that are earning six figures and earning, the money that we all dream and desire to make. And just to get that type of training from them, to me, is huge that they're sharing that type of knowledge. And if I once heard the saying, those that go up show up. Or I'm sorry, I said it backwards. Those that show up go up. And I strongly believe in that because every event that I go to, from one event to the next, I always learn something different. I always experience. I meet different people, and it's just a different feeling each time. So I encourage you, if you have the means to just make it there. And I know some people that went to the event and didn't even know how they were going to get back, and didn't even know how they were going to eat while they were there. They came to last year's event, New Orleans event. Just make it there to the event, because you never know what kind of life changing experience you're actually going to have. And I'm actually happy because I have a song that I wrote when I was going through a place in my life, or a stage in my life, that it just allowed me to really think about TLC, and why I joined, and why I think the whole entire world needs to be somewhat involved with TLC, because these products are amazing. And it's not all even about the money. It's about the fact that you're helping other people. So I'm excited because I don't know if I'm going to perform. I don't even really know what to expect when we get there for the TLC Got Talent showcase. But all I know is I'm excited to even just be able to grace the stage and share my message with the world, the message that I wrote in my song, because I don't consider myself a rapper. I just consider myself a person who would like to express lyrics, and that's the best way. In my, growing up, I love hip hop, and that was the best way that I could figure out how to express how I feel without offending people, and trying to reach out to the younger crowd at the same time. So if you can get to Atlanta, I encourage you to get there. I breathtaking is what I compare it to like a BET Awards to me. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's just my opinion. From going from one event to the next, and last year in Atlanta was very explosive, very explosive. So I encourage you to just make sure your team, make sure you're there, and let's make it happen. All right, I'm gonna turn it over to a guy named Reggie. You guys gotta hear his story, man. He is awesome. He's powerful. Take it over, Reggie.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you. What up, what up, what up? This is Reggie Pegues from New York City, the Big Apple. I'm just so glad to be on this panel with such an illustrious group of individuals. I'm just so humbled. I'm just so humbled by the fact that I'm just, even Elite Pierre and his wife, and just invited me to be a part of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you right now, I mean, I'm just so amped to be able to be going to Atlanta. The last event that I went to, I was down in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's when I had the opportunity to do a face-to-face with Mr. Elite Pierre. I met Greg Scott. I met the McCrae's. I met Mr. Lloyd. I just met a whole lot of people. I'm just telling you right now, it is very important that we partake and you be a part of these events. The energy that you receive, the things that you feel you receive in terms of knowledge and training, it's insurmountable. You cannot put a dollar amount on what you receive when you attend these events. The networking, the other people that you will meet from other different parts of the country is just phenomenal. It's amazing. I have been so blessed and so graced by being able to be a part of these things. I've been fortunate to be able to travel with some of my team members to some of these events. Like I said, if you can make it to Atlanta, it's incumbent. It's tantamount that you make it to Atlanta, that you come down and be about this particular event, the information that's going to be coming out, the different things that are going to be coming out as it relates to products, opportunity, the way to build your business. This is the place that you need to be. So if you can make it down to Atlanta, I suggest that you get down there as any which way you can. Bus, train, walk, do whatever you got to do. But I suggest that you get down to Atlanta. It's going to be an exciting event. It's the first time for me personally that I'm going to be at a regional event. And it's wonderful because, see, for me, I'm a single dad, and I'm raising my 10-year-old daughter. And I'm raising my daughter not to go to school and not to go to college to be another employee, but to be an entrepreneur and how to build wealth. So she's sitting over here in the background, and she's listening to me right now. But I make sure that she's involved in every aspect of this business because I am raising a multi-millionaire in my home. And TLC is giving me the opportunity to network with people like Angel, people like Mr. Will, people like the Elites. It's just phenomenal. So if you can make it down to Atlanta, I suggest that you do. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Will, and he's going to tell you about what's going on with him. Mr. Will, take it away.
Reggie, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, man, and I appreciate Joe and Angel just setting its tone for this Google Hangout, this webinar. Listen, guys, it's imperative that you get to Atlanta. Atlanta's going to do a couple things. First of all, it's going to take your belief to another level, because it's one thing that to jump out the tree, invest your money into an opportunity, and not really have a whole lot of belief. You know, the fire's kind of low. You know, you kind of like, okay, well, you know, I invested some money, and you know, we just going to kind of see how it go. And you see a couple, you know, you have a couple team meetings in your city and different things like that, and it kind of pours a little gasoline on the fire, and you kind of start, your belief goes a little higher or whatnot. But then you go to a super regional, not just a regional, it's because it's levels, right? So you go to a super regional where you seeing the president, the CEO, well, you seeing the president and TEO. We have a TEO, not a CEO. You hear me? So you get to see our president and TEO, our founder, Mr. Jack Fallon. You get to see all of the people who, the founding families, right? You get to see the Portises, you get to see the Lloyds, you get to see the Scots, all right, setting the tone and developing the American market. And you get to see not only just American TLC family, you get to see Europe, you get to see Jamaica, you get to see Bahamas, you get to see, we just launched in Korea. We might have some Korean brothers and sisters there. You know what I'm saying? We just launched Japan. We might be Konnichiwa. You know, we might really just be in there, just having a good time. But what it does, ladies and gentlemen, is you go from a little fire to a full-on inferno. All right? Because what this is going to do is it's going to show you regular people. You know, like Mr. Joe Taylor said, one of the amazing stories that we have is Ambassador Benita McClain, and how she just got in this because she wanted to be able to provide the small things for her daughters, take them to go see Frozen into the movies, and, you know, make sure they have a good Christmas and different things like that, right? But then you get to see people who, from Benita McClain all the way up until Stormy Wellington, people who are professionals in network marketing, and, you know, who are laboring day after day after day, and they're helping people to better their income, guys. So you get to learn from so many people, and I'm excited just to see my brothers and sisters who I follow on Facebook, follow on Instagram, Periscope, all over social media, and we go back and forth, and we have a good time on social media. And you think we have fun on social media, and you think I'm turned up on social media, wait till we get in person. It's like 5,000 at that point, because we're all there for the common goal. And what's the common goal? To have better health and to leave a legacy for our family and not a bill. You hear me? So listen, I am so excited to see everybody in ATL. We are going to paint ATL green. You hear me? And it ain't going to be jealousy, okay? It's going to be TLC. So listen, you have to do what you have to do to get there. You got to, and what's funny, the beautiful thing about Total Life Changes is we have payment options for you to get your ticket. So you don't have to go in, and you don't have to figure out, well, dad, you know, I don't want to pay all the money up front. I don't have it right now. We have a 3-payment plan option for you to go ahead and pay for your ticket to the ATL. You know, go ahead and carpool with some people. Go ahead and, you know, figure out how to bunk up with some people in your room. This is just an opportunity for this company to come together as one cohesive unit in person and just really show people all across America and all across the world that TLC is what we say we are. We are a real live family. I mean, and I'm just excited, guys. I'm just so excited to hear about the health testimonies and just hear about how this company is paying off people's houses, helping families to buy new houses, paying off student loans, helping people to pay car notes and cell phone bills, and helping to pay for all sorts of things that everyday people go through with everyday life. So listen, I'm done. I'm just so excited. I'm turned up. I'm fired up. What I'm going to do right now is pass it to my sis, Miss Tamara Pierre, and she going to continue to pour gasoline on this fire. Sis, take it away.
Am I coming through? Y'all hear me?
You coming through loud and clear, sis. Go ahead and get it.
All right, all right. I just want to, first of all, caveat off of what. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody who took the time out on this evening to hop on to get our message across to people who may want to go. They don't know if they want to go. They don't really know. Let me explain something to y'all real quick. I've been in this industry for about 4 years, and the level of training that you get at these events, you're going to meet people, you're going to get your belief level up, but there's a lot of people who just want to know, okay, I've gotten started, I've made my commitment, I'm here, please tell me how I need to build my business. The level of training that you're going to be able to get at these events is absolutely phenomenal. I never will forget my first experience. It was with another company, but I was able to get premium training from Mr. John Maxwell. And I'm telling you, it's like when your eyes are open to what we have, and you just get those little steps, those 1-2 steps on how to do something, it changes everything. We stepped out on faith. I know our last event in New Orleans, me and my husband, we had no idea how we were going to get there. So for those of you who want to go and you just don't know how, I've heard stories where, I was praying for something, an opportunity to come, and then I was introduced into TLC. That same leap of faith that you took when you decided to join in this vision is the same leap of faith that's going to carry you throughout this journey that is TLC. Use that same leap of faith to attend these events. It is imperative that you go to every event that you qualify for. Not just Atlanta, because we turned up about Atlanta because we're going to do it big in Atlanta, but I'm talking about even in your city, in your state, those small events lead to these big events. When you have a bunch of people in a room and it's a small room and you can be comfortable with one another, you don't feel so out of place when you go to the big events. Because sometimes the big events, it goes down in the big events. We be turned up, so it can be overwhelming for somebody that ain't never been to one of those big events. But the energy is so contagious that you might not know how to handle yourself. You might just, oh my goodness. But the energy that you're going to feel in that building is going to be so electric. I encourage you to step out on faith and get there. Me and my husband, when I'm telling y'all we made some sacrifices, we made some serious sacrifices to the point where the morning that we woke up and we were about to leave New Orleans, we had $0 and 0 cents on our bank account and didn't know how we were going to get home with all 5 of our children. We took all 5 of our children on a 12-hour drive to New Orleans because we knew extremely how important it was to get there. So like I said, I want to encourage everybody. You're going to see real people with real testimonies, some with no experience walking that stage that they made 6 figures in a short amount of time. It's those stories and it's that impact that people are going to be able to resonate with the most, because when me and my husband got started, we really didn't have that much experience and we were unsuccessful in our previous attempts. But I'm proud to say that through our yes and our dedication and our team's efforts, because we couldn't have did this without our team. We really could not. Shout out to Favor International, shout out to EMG, all of y'all. Without y'all, we couldn't have did it. We're going to be actually walking that stage with a check for the first time in our network marketing career. And without the commitment and dedication and going to these events and getting that training and getting that fuel, we would have never made it. So for you guys who are struggling, you don't know if you're going to make it, I'm telling you, hold on. The journey is so worth it. The outcome is going to be so much worth it when you feel how gratifying it is to have that success. You're going to be happy you held on. So I'm going to move myself out of the way and turn it over to my wonderful, wonderful husband, Mr. Elite Pierre.
Mrs. Pierre, I am here. I mean, man, that was powerful. That was definitely a powerful talk. I could be intimidated by that if I had to compete with it, but thank God I don't have to compete because we are one. I can just add to and can make my contribution. So first of all, I want to thank everybody who's on the panel. Thank you for agreeing to join us on here and just kind of share some knowledge, share some words with everybody who's watching. And then, of course, I want to thank those of you who took the time out your schedules to join us tonight and watch. We definitely appreciate your time. Those of you who follow me, you know I say that your attention is my fuel, and it gives me a reason to keep driving. So I definitely appreciate you. I'm just going to drop 2 nuggets real quick. And these nuggets are experiences, 2 very, very significant experiences that I can only tell you about, but I can't really, you can't feel what I felt. And that's what I want y'all to really understand about these events. We can tell you about the event. We can tell you our experience at the event. But the only way you're going to actually feel it and experience it is for you to actually get there yourself. My very first international conference in network marketing was February, I believe it was 11th of 2013. Right? That was the first event I ever attended that was a big, big event. I got to tell you, I did not have the money to go, right? I did not have money for a hotel. I had to sleep in the hotel room with 9 other people, so there was 10 of us in the room, right? One night I slept on the floor. The other night, you know, we were 3 to a bed, so I slept across the bottom of the bed, the foot of the bed. Now, you would think that over the years that situation would change, but at our event, in the last time I was in Atlanta, when I met Mr. Joe Taylor, we were in Atlanta. I had 2 other people on my team in my room with me because they couldn't get a room. I had to let them stay in my room, and there was only 1 king bed because I didn't expect anybody else to be there with me. I was expecting to be able to have my own room to myself, right? But the sacrifices that we had to make sure that everybody on the team was able to get that experience for themselves was what changed our business. It shifted our business to the next level, right? These events can do more for your business than you can do for your business. So you got to get to the events. That's the first nugget I wanted to share with you. It's going to require a big sacrifice, but understand that the biggest sacrifice that you make, the bigger return you're going to get from that sacrifice. If it's easy, then the return is going to be easy. If it's simple, the return is going to be simple. It's the same thing when you first make your investment to join the business. If it doesn't hurt you just a little bit to make that initial investment, then you know that's the return you're going to get. You get out everything. You always get out what you put in. It's just like a bank account. You can't withdraw what you don't deposit. So you're going to get out what you put in. Just be there, somebody says. Just be there. And I'm telling you, it's so, I mean, some people you can just tell be there, and they're going to be there. But some people, they got to hear testimonies like this. The second testimony I want to share with y'all is you never know what's at that event for you. There's going to be training for you, got it. There's going to be experiences for you, got it. There's going to be testimonies, got it. There's going to be new products released, got it. But there's something there that I can't even tell you what it is. You don't even know what it is. But until you get there and you find out what that trip was about, what that event, every event's different. I'm telling you, I've been to 9 national conferences in network marketing. I've been to countless regional events. I've been to countless Super Saturdays, Super Tuesdays, and Super Thursdays. I've been to countless home parties. I've been to countless one-on-one presentations. I've been on countless conference calls. Every single one of these events were significantly different from the next. So don't only just expect to go to one event and your business to blow up. The business is built from event to event to event. That next event could be the event that makes you a 6-figure earner. That next event could be the event that makes you a 7-figure earner. That next event could be the event that makes you a multiple 7-figure earner. I'll tell you last thing. I met Miss Angel Chavez. I think I said that right. Did I say that right? No.
No, you said it wrong.
I said it wrong. I keep saying her name wrong.
Chavis.
Tavis. All right, like Shade. That's how I'm going to remember it. Angel Chavis. I met her in Charleston. We went to an event together. It was a home party. We thought it was a big hotel event or something. It's not the first time I met her, but we met in Charleston because she lives in Charleston. I drove down. We went to the event. Dr. Helen Clay Delahousse, y'all know who she is. She shared her story. And I got to tell you, her story was why I went to Charleston. I thought I was going for Angel. I thought I was going to support my business partner. But to hear the story of someone who went through almost everything times 100 what me and my wife went through, to hear what her husband and her went through to get to the level that they're at right now. I'm not going to tell her story. Y'all gotta get to an event that she's at and she's presenting, and so you can hear her story. I'm not going to take that away from her. But what I want y'all to understand is that my life changed that day, and I drove 2 hours for a total life change. Like literally, I can't even make it cliche. So I want each and every one of you to understand you don't know what's at these events for you until you get there. And if you've never been, you have to get to this one so you can get the experience for yourself. If you've been to an event before, if you've been to all the regionals, let's say you went to all the regionals, this event is going to be significantly different from every single event you've ever been to. So you got to be there. So whether you've been or you've never been, you have to be there. So with that being said, if you're live on the Hangout, if you're on our Work with the Peers page, directly below this video, there's a Get Your Tickets to Atlanta link. Click that link. That's going to give you the option to pay in full right now, or it's going to give you the option to pay the payment plan. Definitely get your tickets. Secure your tickets. They're going to sell out. I guarantee before the event comes, the tickets are going to be sold out. They already told us, the leadership already told us that the tickets are very limited. They're already selling like crazy. After the Miami regional, the ticket sales went nuts. So I don't want anybody to want to go and can't go because they didn't buy their ticket. Like Mrs. Pierre said, step out on faith. The same faith it took you to get into the business is the same faith you're going to have to keep on reaching back and tap into to stay in the business and to reach the levels of success that you want to reach. So with that being said, we will see you. Everybody on this panel, for those of you who joined late and those of you who are watching Facebook Live, we already got our tickets to Atlanta. We are going to be there. We want to see you there. We want to see you there. So if you are getting your ticket tonight, definitely reach out to somebody. Get your flyer made to say, I got mine, so we know. Tag us or tag me. Let us know so we can congratulate you and we can celebrate with you. And I look forward to seeing y'all. I want to give everybody on the panel once again a thank you, and I want to give you a chance to say any final notes before we close out. Any last nuggets that y'all want to drop, or just to say see you in Atlanta?
I just want to say, remember your why. At the end of the day, we all took this journey for a reason.
Yep.
Your why is going, and it sounds cliche, but it's the realest thing I could leave people with right now who are watching this, who are on the fence, who don't know, who you know, I want to go but I don't know how I'm going to get there, or for those people who feel like I don't got no team, it's just going to be me, all of that. Your why is so important at this point, because anything in the world can stop you from coming. Our jobs get in the way, our families get in the way, life gets in the way. It's easier not to come.
Yep.
Point blank period. It's very easy to not do something that's needed. Your why needs to be why you are there. If your why is your children, then your children shouldn't stop you from coming. Your children should fuel you to go. Yes. I had 5. We took all 5 of ours. If your why is your parents, then your parents shouldn't be why you don't go. Your parents should be why you are there. At the end of the day, you need to be able to look you in the mirror and say, I did everything I possibly could for my why. And that means attending these events. If you are $1 short of doing everything you could do and things don't work out for you, then it is on you. I just want to make sure everybody who is involved and you have a why that's strong and it hurts your heart, that is motivating you to get to Atlanta. That's all I got.
Yeah. I remember my first company, real quick, before I let the next person come on and say final notes and see you in Atlanta. My very first company, the founder, CEO, his name is Greg Provenzano. I remember at the end of every national conference, he would say, you have to be 100% in, like all the way in. Because 1%, if you take 1% out of your 100% in, 99% won't get it. 1% doubt and you're out. My wife just said that, but I wanted the caveat on that because that's how serious it is about being sold out, like 100%, because that 1% is going to make you fail. And yes, we can fail forward, but if you have control to put that 1% back in there and succeed, it's on you. Like it's really on you. It's a decision that you have to make. So I think I see Angel. She has herself unmuted. Final notes and see you in Atlanta.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, it's time for people to stop making excuses.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we make, and I'm included in that, I'm very guilty of that, make excuses as to why I can't make it to an event or why I can't do this or it's too far or I don't have enough money. But I looked around my room tonight and I was looking in my closet, I looked under my bed, and I counted 65 pairs of shoes that I have.
Ooh.
Why?
Woo.
So I was actually going to do a Facebook Live about this anyway because we tend to spend money on the things that makes us happy, that gives no value. But if we would actually spend money on things that would give value, so if I can only wear one pair a day, so that's 65, that's 64 other days that I don't really, I have, you know, that much money or whatever you want to, sitting there just doing nothing. But if I was to take that or a portion of that and invest it into some tea, I'm looking around my room right now, some NutriBurst, NRG. You know, if we were to invest in the things that actually would add value to our lives, then we would make it to the next level.
Yeah.
So for those that are making excuses, you know, stop making excuses. You can probably afford that 3 easy payment option. And I commend Stormy Well, you know, Coach Stormy for doing that. You know, that's awesome that we have that option available. So just take it. That's the last thing I have to say. Take advantage of that payment option and just get there. I know LaTanya Hughes, she is looking for a few roommates. She's working some things out in one of our group chats. So if there's anybody that's looking for a roommate, just leave a comment wherever this video is posted, and then I'm sure you need to make sure that we get you connected to get a room available. But just get there. We'll feed you some kind of way. All right, but that's all I have.
All right. Who's next? Mr. Reggie Pegues from New York City.
Hey everybody, I just want to show you. I just want you to get a good look. This is my why. This is why I do what I do. So I can secure a legacy and a future for her. But the thing is this, if you can get to Atlanta, I can tell you from being in North Carolina, the energy that I receive, the training that we receive, it is tantamount to your business that you do whatever you can to get there. You have to get there. It's very important that you attend events. But this young lady right here is following in my footsteps. She's so important to me. This is one of my major whys. I have others, but this is my major why. This is why I do what I do. This is why I work as hard as I have. This is why this business is a blessing to me and my child. The other day, she just asked me the other day, she said, Dad, you know what? I can't wait till I turn 18. I said, why? She said, you know why? Because you said when I turn 18, I could become a partner in the business with you. She said, I'm already a partner with you, but I can own my own piece of the franchise.
Yeah.
This is how she's being raised. So I just want you guys to know, it's not about me. It's about service. It's about my customers who I am helping, my clients who are suffering from IBS, that we know that our products help them. That's what it's about. But mainly my why is this young lady that's sitting on my lap. Don't she look like me? She looks just like me.
You do.
But that's my girl. That's
Twins.
my girl. And this is my ride or die partner. She's my partner right now. So I want you guys to do what you have to do. I want you to get there, be a part of it, network, meet people. God has blessed me to increase my level of influence. Just a quick aside, when I first started out in this business and I was floundering and I had a problem, and I went to I met Mr. Elite Pierre online, and I said to him, look, I want to know about how do you do a launch call. Without hesitation, this gentleman just jumped on. He said, listen, we're going to do a call, get 10 people on the line, and I'll do a call for you. The funny and ironic thing was, about a couple of days later before the call, he said, hey, are you on my downline? And I said, no. But the thing is, he has a heart for service. He is a service leader. I'm so just elated to know him. I can't wait to meet his wife. But this guy is a person of leadership. If you lock arms with him, I'm telling you, success is imminent. So I just want to say that. I want my daughter to say goodnight. Say goodnight. Bye. She get ready to go to bed. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you very much. Mr. Will, take it away.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Good night, baby girl. Listen. I was turned up at the top of our conversation, but I'm gonna get serious right now. Look at my face. You have to get to Atlanta. All right. I was sitting here and I'm thinking about, okay, what am I gonna say? What's gonna be my last words? Like my sister Tamara said, it's about sacrifice. Okay, so we talk about sacrifice, and sacrifice is basically you doing something that you really don't want to do in order to accomplish a particular goal. Stretching yourself, right? Just think about it, guys. The very platform that we are on right now, okay, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, all right, he sacrificed. He could have just stayed a regular student, graduated college, and, you know, he could be sitting behind some desk or, you know, at some 9-to-5 or some traditional corporate American job. But he literally sacrificed what other people was going to say, all the ridicule, all of these different things in order for him to become a billionaire, and in order for us to be able to have this platform so that we are able to make money. Or we are able to, to make money and also to connect with people. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to say is people are waiting on you, right? So you want your business to grow, you know, locally, you want it to grow regionally, nationally, internationally, right? But here's the thing. You need to get fuel, all right? It's halftime of 2016. June, it's the halftime show right now. We're going into July, so it'll be the start of the third quarter. Listen to me. In order for you to finish this year stronger than what you started, you need to get fuel, all right? And so getting fuel in Atlanta is going to be able to give you enough fuel to finish out the rest of the year. Yeah. But I promise you, if you're not in Atlanta, it's not going to be the same. You know, products are going to be released. You know, there's going to be tons of fun. But the best part about it is you get to rub and lock arms with people who you see on social media and who you are a fan of. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm a fan of Tanya and Dexter Scott. I'm a fan of Stormy Wellington. I'm a fan of, you know, all of these big leaders who are really doing forging and paving the way for us. I'm a fan. But I get to lock arms with these people, and not only that, but I get to learn. I get to learn from them. I get to sit at their feet, right, and catch these nuggets, these jewels that they're going to release, you know, in Atlanta. So listen. Get to Atlanta, do what you have to do. Like Angel said, I mean, she probably could sell a couple pair of shoes and get a ticket, right? She got 65 pair of shoes. And I feel kind of bad because I got at least 13 pair of Jordans in my closet right now. So, I mean, it's all about how bad you want it. So, listen, my name is Will. Elite, thanks for having me on here, man. And get to Atlanta. I will see you in the A, cause it goes down in the A.
we gonna let the powerhouse, Mr. Joe Taylor, close us out. Final notes and see you in Atlanta. Hold on, let me unmute you. Oh, I can't unmute you. You gotta unmute you. If you hover over the screen.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Go ahead.
There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna be short, believe it or not. I mean, I appreciate everything that everybody said on the panel tonight, and the one thing that I would say to everyone out here that's watching us and listening, don't sell yourself short. And what I mean by that is, don't think that the events are about all the nationals or the ambassadors or just people walking across the stage getting a check. Don't sell yourself short and saying, well, I'm not going to get a check. I did hit the rank I was supposed to hit, and start doubting yourself.
Yes.
And stop believing in your dream and your why. Please don't sell yourself short. Just getting there and being able to, as Mr. Will said, being able to build relationships with other people who are going through the same thing that you're going through, and being able to meet people from all walks of life. That's one thing I love about this company. You're going to meet people from all walks of life, from over
Right.
65, from less than 35 years old, that have so many different stories that you can relate to, that it will help to build your confidence in reference to you being there and what you need to gain to help fuel yourself to go even further. So, Mr. Pierre, I'm saying it again, I wasn't going to be long, but I just want to say, don't sell yourself short because you feel like you didn't hit a certain rank or you didn't make a certain amount of money. You can go there with a mind of expectation, a mind of learning, and come back and implement the things that you learn and impart what you learn into other people. Because I promise you, despite all the media things that's going on and all the advertisement, there are still so many people that don't know about TLC. I promise you. And you may be that vehicle to help bless somebody, help turn somebody's life around. So don't sell yourself short, and we'll see you in Atlanta, and we'll see you at the top. Thank you, Mr. Pierre, for allowing me to be a part of this amazing panel, sir.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome. Once again, thank you to all the panelists. Mr. Taylor, you definitely hit it home. I remember there was a couple times I'm like, man, I'm not going because I didn't get the check. I'm not going because I didn't hit regional. I'm not going because I'm not going to be recognized. I'm tired of celebrating other people, and for a long time, that's the mindset that held us back. So I appreciate you making that point, because that's a hard pill to swallow, and that's hard to say when you was in them shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for saying that for me.
No problem.
It's hard. It's like that's hard to face. That's a reality that's hard to face. I was there, and for a long time, it held me back.
Real talk though, and a lot of people are thinking like that. I don't have no team. I ain't getting no check.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A lot of people are thinking like that. But what you don't also see is that there's somebody looking for them in Atlanta. Some of you might have one or two people on your team, and maybe they ain't making it, but it's like we can't expect our team to do things we're not willing to do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So if you're not in Atlanta, you're telling your team that it's okay for them not to be there. You're telling your team it's not okay for them to go to, it's okay for them not to go to events. So that's like what you said, Will, there's somebody waiting on you. Your team is looking at you. Anything that we want in this business, it's duplicatable. If we're going to go, we want our team to go, we got to be there. If we want our team to sacrifice, how are we going to tell our team to sacrifice and we're not willing to sacrifice? How we want somebody to step out on faith and join us in business when we won't even step out on faith and go to events?
Yep.
That's good. That's good, sis. Yep. That's good.
And that's part of the process, because that pain, there's a reason for that pain.
Absolutely.
You gotta go feel that.
Yeah.
You don't want to go because you ain't get the check. Don't just sit at home and feel the pain of not getting a check. Go there and feel that pain.
And I remember having a conversation with my husband. I said, people are lucky that there is social media, because before social media, you just missed out. Now you
flat out.
Couple $100 for Beyonce tickets, because now people's putting the videos on Facebook and Instagram, so it's like you're at the concert without being at the concert. But what you don't see on Facebook Live and what you don't see on the Google Hangouts is the meetings after the meetings, when you're able to actually break bread with people who are successful in this business, and you're actually
That's what
able
I
to
love.
sit down and ask them questions and talk to people and get people's stories. Some people who are maybe not afraid, but they don't know how to speak their truths in a group setting, in a big live stage, but you could get that and sit and talk to them and find out, how they were going through a foreclosure, how they had medical bills and somebody had cancer and they couldn't pay the bills, and how they couldn't pay for daycare for their kids. It's those things that aren't on social media. Yeah. So while you think you can sit at home and, I ain't got to go because everybody, all they're going to do is post it on Facebook, all they're going to do is post it on social media, there's some things that you just will miss if you're not there.
Absolutely. There's a saying that goes, Mr. Gerard Wilkins, he said, and I will forever remember this statement. He said, when you are born, you look just like your parents. But when you die, you look just like your decisions.
Absolutely. 100.
I mean, when you talk about bars,
wow,
that bars.
Yes.
I mean, it don't get no realer than that. Yeah, it don't get no realer than that. Like, you have to be able to. God gave us more talent and ability to increase those talents, and we cannot leave this planet with the same gifts and talents that He gave us. Because we gonna stand before Him, and He gonna be like, "Well, I gave you this talent to get to this level, but you was too scared to jump, and you just came back with the same thing I gave you.
Yeah.
And what was the point of me giving it to you?
I gave you this blessing, and you withheld it.
Exactly. And there was a couple people's destinies that was tied to you, and you didn't exercise or move when I told you to move. And so now people's destinies and people's stepping out on the road to their destiny now is held up because you chose to be fearful and not step out and get to the next level. Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Elite, you know we can keep going, brother. Well, I don't know what you want, bro. You know we can keep going. You know we can keep going.
Man.
You know it.
I don't want to stop it, but we got to. I mean, this is so good. This is so good. This is what happens at the conference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
is like exactly what's happened.
Like, we don't sleep.
Nah.
No, people be in the lobbies at like 5 in the morning after the events. I remember in New Orleans sitting in the lobby with what was his name, babe?
Bentley.
Oh my God. When you talk about just soaking, I was like a sponge. He talked to us for about 3 hours, maybe not 3 hours, but a good 2. It was just in the lobby, just dropping nuggets.
If you know who James Dentley is,
oh my gosh,
to be able to sit at the table and just listen
and ask questions and oh my goodness, it was just, and the man who mentored Brian Bean, what's his name?
Who was in Cincinnati right after
Robert Dean?
Robert Dean.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
In the lobby.
I got some of that. I got some of them nuggets.
Yep.
But that's
I got some of them nuggets.
See on Facebook Live, and you're not going to get that experience unless you come. Like I'm telling y'all, the sacrifices are so worth it. It's so real. Like, it don't hurt. If it doesn't hurt, then you don't appreciate it. That trip to the top is not going to really. You're not going to really feel the success and the gratitude unless you had to bleed a little bit on your way up there. You know, somebody just pushed you all the way up to the top. Then once you get up there, it's gonna be like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
But the person pushing you is dying.
Right.
Because they had to push you and bring themselves up.
Right. Yep. And what's so crazy is that people really don't understand that this is an industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not. This is it's not a hobby. It's not like a fly by night. You know, we're just gonna do this for a few years and we out. I was watching a YouTube video of Eric Worre, and he was interviewing this couple out in Europe, but they had a house in Clearwater, Florida. They've been in the industry for 19 years, and they've made over $14 million.
Wow.
Do you hear
Wow.
me? 19 years, and they made over $14 million in the network marketing industry. This is a industry. It's an industry of professionals. It's
Yeah.
an industry of people who take it take this thing seriously. But what I love about it is that it's an industry of moms and fathers and people who want to set examples and people who don't come from a corporate background, or they don't come from they don't have a master's or a doctorate. You know, they don't have all these fancy degrees and all of that. These are just people who, with the right company, with the right system, you follow the system and you become successful. I was doing some training on Sunday, and I have no idea where it came from. It just came out of me. I just think I was just in the flow. So one of the things that I said, and as I was, I'm in the car and I'm driving home and I'm just thinking about the training, one thing I said was, anytime somebody starts a new 9 to 5, right, a traditional 9 to 5 job, you have no idea what you're doing going into that job, right? You apply for a position, you get the job, you start on Monday. You have no idea all of the intricate details that it's going to take to start this job, but you go in anyway, right? And what happens on that first day when you go in? You get training, right? You get training to be able to do the job that you was hired to do. Now, take the same thing with network marketing. People get fearful because there was some foul people out there. People did them wrong or whatever. That happens in a traditional job too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, I could go into my 9 to 5 tomorrow and they hand me a pink slip.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing:
But
when
the
you go
funny
into
thing is if your 9 to 5 told you to be somewhere, there ain't no questions. You just gonna be there. If you're down to
rain, sleet, hail, or snow, we gonna be there. Right,
yeah,
right.
say be in Atlanta July 22nd through the 23rd. You got a work conference that's mandatory.
Right.
People making it. Ain't
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I ain't going. I can't find no babysitter. They there.
Absolutely. Yep. And what's so crazy is they're gonna make that, and they may get a quarter or 50 cent or 75 cent raise. You may get that at a 9 to 5, whereas you can go to you can get into a network marketing business and you have somebody like Stormy Wellington make $1 million in a year's time, in a year and a half time. You know, you have somebody like Nina Moore who makes $500,000 in a year and a half or a little over a year. Like, you have people who are making 5 figures a month. You have people who are making $5,000 a month. You have people making $2,000 a week. Like, what would it do? Like, let's take away all the millionaires and let's take away, all the big money. Add up your bills and see what that total is, and then see and get with TLC so we can show you how whatever that total is per month that you have for bills, we can show you how to make that back. So you won't be worrying about how it's the end of the month and you don't have no money. You don't have no money to put in the tank. You don't have no money to pay the gas bill, the water bill, or for me, for example, wifey unexpectedly we had to get the brakes fixed and the rotors, right? Over $400. Thanks to TLC. You know what I'm saying? That was on an off week. You know what I mean? And so because of TLC, we was able to get that taken care of.
Yeah.
But it's just things like that, man, that gets me excited about this event and any network marketing company for that matter, because I just want to see people win. And in network marketing, you have the opportunity to win. You have 3 to 5 years to make 6 figures. 3 to 5 years? Some people don't make 6 figures and they've been on their job for 30 plus years. So I will take that over working a job for 30, 40 years and not even getting close to 6 figures. So understand, people, this is an industry of people who care about other people, who care about their health, or just making sure people win. It's about winning. Financially, it's about winning in your health or whatever service that you are with in any particular company. But I'm going to be selfish to talk about TLC because we have the _1 compensation in the world. All right, we have the number 1 product in the world. We have the #1 female marketer in the world, and the #3 male network marketer in the world. So excuse me if I'm a little biased, but I just feel we have the right to be. I'm just saying. So y'all got to get to Atlanta. Elite, stop me, bro. I'm on a roll. Just stop me, Joe. Somebody jump in.
All right. I had to run downstairs and get my phone, not my phone charger, but get my computer charger. So now I'm down in the bedroom. That's why I'm all dark. Door to
It's
explore.
all good, man.
I thought
You still on Facebook Live?
I'm still on Facebook Live.
Facebook. If you in TLC, you have to comment on this video and tell people why they need to get to Atlanta. You gotta comment, because here's the thing. There's power and there's unity in numbers, right? And a lot of people who may comment don't know me, but then there's a lot of people who may comment who do know me. And so you got to, I mean, at the end of the day, y'all know what it's like. Y'all been to the other regional events we had this year. Y'all been to the Beautiful You that we had in Houston and the other event that we had in Atlanta last year. Like, y'all been, so y'all know what time it is. We gonna make a believer out of a lot of people in July. We gonna make a believer out of a lot of people. And I'm excited just to see mouths on the floor and eyes big as day. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Samira got something to say.
I'm done.
I just wanted to say too. I wanted to caveat off of something you said. Will, you said if Facebook Live people, you'd be surprised how many people you attract when you attend these events. I remember when we went to New Orleans, we posted pictures and whatnot, and then next thing I know, I'm getting inboxes. I see what y'all doing. Hey, people are going to get curious because now you're not doing the same old thing you've been doing. You've been posting your plates on Facebook. You've been posting woe is me statuses. It's Monday, I don't want to go to work statuses. Some of us we try to market on Facebook and we're not successful, but it's because we're operating in our comfort zone. The minute you step out and you start making sacrifices and you go to these events, you start posting pictures of you in other states and with new people that your friends and family aren't used to seeing you with, you become attractive to people because you're doing something different. You know what they say, if what we were doing was going to get us to where we wanted to be, we would already be there. So you need to start doing something different in your life, not just in your business. If you're not where you want to be in life in general, it's time for you to start doing something different. This is to all of you guys on Facebook who are watching this, and maybe you're not watching it. Maybe you decided to scroll past it, or you watched it for 5 minutes and left. I'm talking to y'all. Hopefully, y'all will watch it again. Do something different to get something different. And it's cliche, but it's the real. It's as real as you can get. If what we were doing in our life could get us to where we wanted to be, we would already be there. Therefore, you need to do something different. What's the definition of insanity? Doing something over and over again the same way, but expecting different results. It took us a while to get into the financial situations that we are in. So don't think that you're gonna just blink your eyes. This one event is gonna take you right out of debt. That's not what's gonna happen. It's gonna take hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. But you have to make the very first step. You gotta start changing the way you operate. Change the way you think. Change the way you operate. Do something different. Don't be fearful. Be faithful. And believe in you. And I'm telling you, the rest is gonna come easy.
It's good, sis.
Yup. I concur.
All right, good.
All right, so I believe we.
Hold on, brother Joe got some. I think brother Joe got some.
Ain't on here no more.
Oh, okay.
Look, I'm all chocolate. No, it died after you made your point. Yup, it died after you made your point. So, hey, y'all, I'm in here looking like the
You looking like my blackout pick.
The Dark Knight.
Right.
Tamara said it. She said the Dark Knight. That's her joke. I'm in here looking like the Black Cat.
All you're missing is the hood.
The Black Chester Cat.
Right.
So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Reggie cracking up. I appreciate y'all so much. Hopefully we'll see each other before Atlanta. I know a lot of your markets have upcoming events this weekend, next weekend, the weekend following. Definitely attend these events leading up to Atlanta.
I got a big event July
All
9th.
your teams who are
Okay, then get it, Reggie.
get them
Get it.
registered for Atlanta. Let them watch this video if they got to. This video can be found on workwiththepeers.com. Definitely go and leave a comment in the chat comments in the bottom. Everybody who's on the panel, if y'all can do me that favor and just leave a comment in the comments on the bottom, I definitely appreciate that. And share the excitement, guys. Let everybody know that they have to be in Atlanta, and we'll see each and every one of you there. Thank y'all so much once again.
All right,
we'll
good
see y'all
people.
in Atlanta. Good night, folks.
All right.